Alright, we're coming to you live from the Adelaide Hills once again. This time, a very burnt and somewhat munted Adelaide Hills. The bushfires have not long been through here and torn apart some 200 to 400-year-old gum trees. It's a little bit of a shame. And if you've had a peek at my Instagram photos from a while back, you would have seen some of the photos I actually took here amongst those big old trees, and they're now gone. I think the thumbnail for one of my videos, a couple of my videos, it was shot along here as well. Now they're all gone. It's all a bit burnt and all a bit sad. It would have been, if it was a lightning strike or something natural, wouldn't have been so bad. But apparently, allegedly, some dingaling started this fire that just ripped apart this part of the hills, and a bit of a shame. Anyway, let's ride on. In no particular order, let's go through my favourite motorcycle documentaries. And in fact, I don't claim to have seen them all, so if you've seen something that I've missed or left out, or you think is equally good or better, put it in the comments section below, and let's get a little bit of a sharing thing going on here. Anyway, I'll put forth mine in no particular order, and you can say your piece below. I definitely recommend the MotoGP documentary, Hitting the Apex. It's only been out a few years, and it was narrated by some Hollywood fellow. I think it was Brad Pitt off the top of my head. And it's a very thorough documentary. If you like MotoGP racing, and let's face it, who doesn't? It's one of the most exciting racing series in the world, if not the most exciting. The passing and the unpredictable nature of the sport, it's just on the seat, edge of the seat, drama, almost every race. It's fantastic. Anyway, it goes over the last 10 or more years, quite a ways back actually, more than that. And it's so thorough and it's so fantastic. It has the drama, it has all the action, the highlights, the riders when they started off young and progressed over the years. It's enthralling. It is the best MotoGP documentary I've ever seen, and you must see it. It really is that good, if you haven't already. Another one worth mentioning, almost on par really, but a different aspect of the sport, and that's the Isle of Man TT documentary, just simply titled Road, and that is fantastic. And if you're in Australia, it's actually on for free on SBS On Demand. If you've got a smart TV at home, you can go and watch it tonight. It is that good. It highlights, focuses on the world famous Dunlop family and their trials and tribulations in the Isle of Man TT. And wow, what a story. I mean, I don't know why it hasn't been a Hollywood film and all the rest of it yet, because you couldn't script a life saga like this. It really was amazing riders and lots of tragedy and triumph in that race, and races like it, TT races. And you have to see this documentary. Superb, great piece of editing and storytelling and all the rest of it, and it's incredible to see. Definitely worth watching. Whatever you do, if you're watching this at work right now, go home sick and watch it. It's that good. You won't regret it. Another one I've seen recently is completely different, still about motorcycles, but a completely different way of using your bike, and that's sort of like a road trip story. A lot of people, this is a little bit polarizing, this one. A lot of people I've seen in the comment section are like, that was crap, that was all modern garbage. But I liked it because they went on a road trip down Mexico, a bunch of 20-something males who didn't really know each other. Some of them did. They all got on their Harleys and things and rode down Mexico from America in, well, what the rest of the world thinks is a little bit treacherous, dodgy countryside perhaps, in regards to their safety. But turns out it was a good documentary. I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, I do like Mexican culture, obviously, being a wrestling fan and the food, so I have a impartial bias to it. But I like road trip stories, so if anyone's got any other road trip documentaries out there worth recommending, definitely send them my way. Anyway, it was called Doing It Baja, and it was a nice little road trip story. They're just putting around through towns, and I don't know, I liked it. I like that sort of thing. Just getting on whatever you've got and just riding for no particular reason other than you're enjoying the countryside and friends and people around you. I just think that's nice. There's other ones worth mentioning, like that documentary not so long ago called Why We Ride. That was alright. It was a little bit over dramatic with the overly dramatic music playing every 2 minutes, but it was okay. And of course there's the classic On Any Given Sunday, or On Every Given Sunday, or whatever it's called. I'm sure you've basically the entire motorcycling world seen that one. They had Steve McQueen in it for a little bit in a off-road desert race, I think. It's been a while since I've seen that one, but that's definitely worth watching. It's made in the 70s or late 60s or something. Yeah, good one, that one. Well, I'm on the subject of the greatest motorcycle documentaries ever made. I don't think I've put forth my favourite motorcycles of all time. Well, I put forth one of them, but not all of them. And the first one would be, coincidentally, from the greatest motorcycle movie ever made, and that would be Captain America from Easy Rider. Now, Captain America, from a young age, I thought that was total art on two wheels, and nothing's changed. Here I am as an adult. Styling wise, it is so perfect in my opinion. I realise it's not the most practical thing anymore, or even back then, having no suspension under the back end, rigid rear tail, hands up above his shoulders. I'm told is not the most comfortable riding position for a lengthy period of time, or even a short period of time. Your shoulders will be doing backflips in pain. But styling wise, so hot, so very, very hot. And of course they started that bike from a 1957 Highway Patrol police bike, used very common chopper techniques for the time to get it to look at how it ended up. And it really was nothing special according to the designer and bike builder at the time. Didn't take him a lot of time at all, but boy, a very, very iconic bike. And recently sold, well, it was a year or so ago, a bike that was believed to be mostly fake, but might have had one or two original parts, because the bikes from the movie were stolen or something like that. Sold for well over $1 million, because it's well, there's a lot of people like me out there. I'm not the only one that thinks it's super, super hot and a great film. Anyway, so that's, yeah, right up there. That bike is the bee's knees. Favourite sport bike of all time, super sport bike. I'm sitting right on it. Ducati Panigale, because for the longest time that championship was held by the 916 Ducati to the 998 era. I thought it was the best looking super sport bike ever made until this came along and pipped it. So that's my favourite super sport bike. Now I'm going to continue riding on through the hills here. Don't forget to put your comments in below of what you think I should watch, what you think is super hot. Express yourself in the box below, and we'll see you all next time.